Happy Dappy Saturday, everybody in the chat. So yeah, I know last weekend we talked about potentially doing a Sunday stream instead, but that's when I realized that Doctor Who came out last night instead, which honestly works out even better. However, I wasn't ready for it, so I'm not going to rush this 2-episode drop. Episode 2 will definitely be out tomorrow. What's up, Night Who? Hope your week went well. I hadn't expected so many Hell of a Boss reactions, but I'm really happy you did. When I got home, I almost exploded in excitement. Yeah, like I mentioned in my Hell's Bells episode, is that since the new episode is just so close, but we don't know when it's going to drop. So I just didn't want to, have it surprise us and come out when I had not released an episode. Even though I'm willing to put money on the fact that it's going to come out in the last week of the month, maybe not even the last week, the second to last week of the month, during the full moon of this month. That's what I would assume, but I also don't want to assume. So I just thought, whatever, I'm going to get them all out. That way, when it drops, we're not behind, we are just ready to go. So I just shotgun blast you guys yesterday with 3 Hell of a Boss reactions, but we are all caught up on it. What's up, Dark Car? Howdy doody. Cathari, how are you doing? Yo, thank you for the super chat. Eric, today's my birthday, so I'm glad you're live today. Why would you give me money on your birthday? Damn it, hold on. Happy birthday, by the way. I appreciate it all the same, but oh my goodness, you're too damn kind. My brain wants to figure out how to refund that, and I don't know if YouTube will let me. Where are you at? See y'all? You son of a bitch, YouTube. Yeah, I can't. Well, damn it, Eric, you bastard. Happy birthday. God damn it. That's hilarious, though. Anyway. Oh, my goodness. How's your weekend so far? How's your day so far? What's up, Saya? Aloha. Hope your week is going well. Happy Mother's Day Eve, too. We're going to be celebrating on Monday because my mom's out of town dealing with her camper. So we'll see how that goes. But it gives me the weekend to continue my spiel at least. What's up, Good Vibes? What's up, Rice Cake? How are you? Gail, howdy doody. Yo, what's up, Ronan? How are you doing? X-Men 97 has no chill and has no right to go as hard as it does. I'm loving it. I can't wait to see how the season closes out. What's up, Loner Mist? Lunar Mist. I don't know why I said Loner Mist. Did you see the aurora last night due to the solar storm? I had too much cloud cover to see it here. No, I didn't even know about it until I think well after it had dissipated or lost its vibrancy, because I looked out the window and I was like, I don't see anything. So I just went right back to editing. So yeah, I was in the middle of recording my Doctor Who episodes when it was at its peak, and then the other half I was asleep, and then the rest of it I was editing before I finally figured it out. Yeah, I missed it, sadly. What's up, Kat? You're looking hell of a boss vibes. Thank you, thank you. I've got so much fucking... I got not every shirt that they had at their stand at the convention, because at the convention they were selling Robot Shark shirts and stuff. Some that they do have online on the store, but some that were only sold at that stand. So there was a lot of shirts. I got like 13 shirts. Not all of them were Hell of a Boss, but like 90%. I think 3 of the 13 shirts that I got were not Hell of a Boss. But I also got, because we're a beanie team over here, you know, as you guys know, but I got all of their beanies. So we got Fizz and Osmodeus. I've got Stolas on. And then we got Blitz and Luna. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I don't know. Do I have a problem? Maybe I have a problem. It's okay. It's okay. That just means that I'm supporting the shows that are coming out and the artists making them. Finished Korra last weekend. I really enjoyed it. I think Atla's better, but Korra does have some great villains at arcs and finales. Final 3 to 4 of every season goes really hard, and overall a worthy show. I agree. I don't love it as much as Avatar, like Atla, but it's still, I think, worth the watch. I love the villains. They're all pretty interesting. There's some awesome themes sprinkled throughout, and also just the advances in animation. The animation in Korra is stellar. But there's just something of that love that's missing, you know? How you doing? Doing good. That Look My Way shirt is so pretty. I didn't know what it was at first, because I got this, obviously, before I watched the video. I thought about wearing it while I was watching the video, but I thought I didn't want anybody, like, once I realized I saw, like, the cover and stuff like that, I didn't want, like, anybody to be like, oh no, he already watched it, he's rewatching it again, or some shit. But I just saw it at, it was listed as Stolas' Plea, and I just thought it was a cool little design that they had at the shop, so fuck it, I got it. Hope that didn't overwork yourself. Well, that was what I'm mostly worried about. Have you eaten a mango to help? I have not. Also, happy birthday, Real Eric. Hell yeah. No, I've not had a mango yet. But, I at least got a little bit of sleep last night. So, we're okay. We're okay for the most part. I'm just like, with this Doctor Who thing, I'm just not gonna rush it out. Though, I did, to get all those Hell of a Boss episodes up and out, all that day, I did only have like 1 hour of sleep for the evening, which was a little rough. Is it not showing the comments? Sorry. I had it on the wrong scene. My bad. There we go. My bad. Streamer's gonna stream, man. Is Spider-Man the amazing... Is Spider-Man the animated series the Spider-Man in 97? Yes. Because if that's him, does that mean he's back and found MJ? Who knows? That's a good point. Who knows? Hot take was season 2 was my favorite, and loved the Water Tribe Civil War, all the Spirit World stuff. I know you feel differently though, a lot, and I respect it. To each their own. I think my favorite Korra season is season 1. But like Omn is just like I just think he's the most compelling villain out of the bunch. I like the vibes of season 1 the most. Second would probably be Zahir and the Red Lotus. And then from there, it's kind of a toss-up between Kavira and, what's his name? Karuk? No, Karuk was the Avatar. What was his name? Dark Avatar, fuck. What was his name? I don't remember. Yo, I love your beanie. Thank you, thank you. I think you can get these on their store. Actually, I don't know. I mean, I think it might just be the hats. What is it? Hold on. Let me check. Hats. No, you can get the beanies on the store. The only one... Wow, actually, you can't get this one on the store. It is not on there. Well, they are listed as limited stock, so they're only... I guess they only have like a handful of them. Maybe they're out of the Stolas one, but I don't remember actually. I know that they had 5 at the con, but there was only 4 on the website. So I don't know if the Stolas one is just like a con exclusive. I don't know. I don't know how any of it works, man. Look very red and blue today. Lona fits. Hey, we all do a little lonely time here and now. Watch Hell of a Boss, they said. It makes you laugh, they said. I can't remember the last thing that made me cry this much. Yeah, man. I'm right there with you on that one. Also, Zuko was underused. Not that we needed a ton of legacy characters scenes, but his intro was done as a, oh shit, Zuko's here scene, and then he barely did anything at all in the season. Toph was done well, though, in season 4. I did like the way they utilized Toph at the very least. Oh my goodness, I love those. What are we doing today? We're just chatting, just hanging out, having a good time. I do these every weekend, just kind of chat with the community. You guys kind of lead the charge, and yeah. No set topics. Just wanted to give back to the people that provide me with so much entertainment, much love, and I enjoyed being able to sit through the Bad Batch finale, watch along a couple days ago. Well, I really do appreciate that, Eric, all the same. And it was quite the finale, man. They really pulled it out. I'm glad they made it an extended one like they did. The ending of Bad Batch made me think of Stargirl a little bit. Like with the open-endedness or something else more specifically. Tenzin I liked a lot, but felt like he got sidelined a lot, especially in season 4. Also, Mako is the most wasted character in my opinion. Man was boring, mostly did nothing the second half of the show. I also hardcore agree. After a point, they didn't know what the fuck to do with Mako, man. Beanies go hard. That they do. That they do. Are the comics worth reading, Omni? The Atla ones? If so, what do you recommend? The only one that I think, I haven't read any of them, but I've read the synopsis, like a detailed breakdown of them all. The most important one I think to read is The Search, because it dives into what happened to Zuko's mother. The books I've heard really good things about. I know details from them just again because I looked them all up. Just because, again, sometimes it's just easier for me to read about the book or read about the comic than to sit down and take the time to read it myself. But I did buy the novel collection, the 2 Yang Chen books and the 2 Kyoshi books. I have not started to read them yet, though. I've already got a gigantic-ass book backlog anyway. That's a lot of beanies! Popping in quick to say howdy, Eurovision is on and voting for Ireland and Estonia. Hell yeah, Janine. Well, go have fun. Watching someone else be way more talented and way more entertaining. How dare you? I jest. What do you think of the news coming out about out of Marvel about the casting for Galactus? It was Ralph Ineson, right? The VA for Sid from FF16 and the actor who was in the Green Knight in the A24 movie. I mean, he was in Game of Thrones. He was in, what else was he in here recently? He was in Willow. Rest in peace, Willow. He's in a lot of shit, man. I love his voice, but I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I'm curious how they'll visualize him. As long as it's not a big old puffy pink ass purple cloud of death, I think we'll be fine. Final thing on Korra, since I don't want to flood the chat. Was just a lot of thoughts. I loved Korra's arc in season 4, so good. Seeing her broken down and then rising up again. I also agree. A lot of Korra's story was basically just being humbled, finding her spirituality, finding her identity outside of being the Avatar, because unlike Aang, she was raised from almost birth, from a toddler's age, in a confined little gated community designed to protect and mold her into an avatar. And yeah, so she was so sheltered and fucked up. Yeah, she was a prodigy. Yeah, she was amazing, but she was so emotionally stunted because of that. And that, while that is kind of Aang's fault, it's more or less the White Lotus took that his instructions a little too seriously. But it did make a very powerful avatar in the end. What? 1 hour? That is very bad. You need to sleep. Take care of yourself. I'm mostly surprised you're not passed out from the exhaustion. Well, that was like the other night. That was Thursday going into Friday. Last night, I got at least like 7 hours of sleep, I think. Though, I didn't go to bed until 7:30 a.m. But, we're here. My usual thing is I sleep a little bit before work. I sleep a little bit throughout work if things are slow or if it's my lunch, and then I take a nap in the evening, and then I just like I'm using shotgun a lot today. I just kind of sprinkle in naps throughout the day to get by. Just letting you know that you put episode 2 in the title for Doctor Who episode 1. No, I didn't. It's Doctor Who episode 2. That's the bullshit that I'm talking about. The first episode of this season is episode 2 on Disney+. Space Babies is episode 2 of this season. The Christmas special is episode 1. Look at Disney+. If you have it, look at it. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. I'm so upset. Yeah, that's what I was talking about in the video. I don't know what to call this. Disney+ calls it episode 1-2. Season 1, episode 2. iPlayer calls it 1-1. Everybody else is calling it 14-1. So, it's fucking stupid. Mostly Disney+. If Disney+ just kicked the special and put it off with the other specials, it would be way less confusing. Godzilla x Kong 3 just confirmed. Really? Hell yeah, man. I wanted the Wolverine mask instead of no sleeves personally, but it's good enough. I'll take it. I'm pretty sure we're still gonna get the mask, man. Enjoyed Tales of the Empire. Just feel like both episodes feel a little rushed outside of that. I mean, it's Tales of the Empire. Fair enough. No, I'm not rushing this shit out, not this weekend. So, episode 2, 3, and whatever the fuck episode this is supposed to be, wherever you're from, it will be out tomorrow. God, I'm so frustrated about that. Are you gonna watch the Fallout show, or is the list too stacked for you at the moment? I reacted to it. I already watched the entire show. It's on the channel. I fucking loved it. Go check it out. I'm so glad you bought the merch. It looks awesome. I really love it. I wish, though, there was a variation on all the colors, that it wasn't all on black. There's some shirts that I think would pop with a different color palette, but I'm not going to complain. It's supporting a indie creator I actually really love and enjoy the content that comes from, so I don't really give a shit. It's not a problem. You didn't have to show the comments. Well, I'm doing it now. It's going to be a Godzilla-centered story with the plot heavily influenced by Godzilla vs. Destroya. That's what's been confirmed as of now. We still don't know if Wingard's back. I thought he said he was coming back. I thought he said he was on it, but oh well. So you finally completed your hell of a journey after 5 enduring months. That I did. Congrats all around. Why, thank you, thank you, thank you. No set topics? Fine, I'll choose one. Why is Omni so awesome and chill? I don't know about the awesome part. The chill part is because I don't like confrontation. Well, that's not true. If we're friends and stuff, I will berate you on end. You know, I'm one of those people that insults is my love language, or teasing is my love language, but for the most part, I'm just like, I don't like confrontation. Is it bad that now I only want to watch stuff you'd reacted to? Not. I mean, not necessarily. I mean, to be fair, I only watch stuff that I react to. Not that that means anything. That's dumb. I don't know why I said that. But I genuinely don't have the time to watch things for my own enjoyment anymore. So if I'm not watching it for the channel, chances are I'm not watching it. I really think Space Godzilla should be the next, since he has been teased for years now. Destroy is way too early. Just because the plot is heavily influenced of that film still doesn't mean Destroya. Very true. Just because it's inspired by the Godzilla vs. Destroya doesn't mean that we're going to be getting Destroya specifically. So no worries about that. Have you seen the Hell of a Boss fan animation, Goodbye Horses? Some firework animation, or it's some firework, in my opinion. Also, if you like some pain. Is it to the song Goodbye Horses? Because I can't react to that, unfortunately, without just muting the video if it's just a fan thingamabobby debooby. I'm just glad that they survived, likewise. I've started reading the Dune books for the first time. Hell yeah. I got them on my shelf ready to go. Haven't got into it yet. I wish Tech made it and lose him, get Crosshair back. Very true. Same man, the Dune book looks awesome. Good, whatever. I can't read sometimes, man. I really do. Like, I have a smidgen of dyslexia. And that might be an understatement, but it works. It happens. Brain, computing, not working. Yeah, a struggle trying to read books and comics, but maybe I could watch a vid of someone breaking down the comic and book and story. Yeah, that's kind of what I do these days. It's just time, man. Time and money. It's just easier and more convenient me to just read what happened. I need to continue reading, but the novel for JXK is saying Godzilla is transforming into Space Godzilla, which I find makes 0 sense. But I'll go see when I get to that part of the book. Yeah, once you catch up on that, fill me in on it. They said, the way you said, that's a lot of beanies. That's a lot of beanies! Talented, overstated. You overestimate the Eurovision acts. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I hope we have a giant purple helmet Galactus. Likewise. Cobra Kai looks awesome. 15 episodes is also awesome. Also, the Karate Kid got delayed to May of next year to accommodate for the final season, which is great. I've seen Ralph in many Robert Eggers movies like The Witch and Northman. Oh yeah, he was in Northman. I still have not sat through The Witch. I still have not seen all of The Witch. And that's not that I got checked out or anything like that. It's just something caught up and I had to stop watching the movie, so. Oh my god, that Goodbye Horses fan animation makes me so sad. I already pre-ordered the Blu-ray of JXK. It'll release a month from now. Hell yeah. Will Doctor Who episode 2 be uploaded today too? No, it'll be tomorrow. I don't have the energy and schedule to do anything more than that. Love the hat. Thank you. I'm going to plan on reacting to Batman: The Caped Crusader on Prime on August 1st. Quite possibly. What up, Mikey? I'm disappointed. No crop top. Wait, what? No crop top for the X-Men 97 reactions. I don't know, man. Maybe one day when I finally go back to the gym, may I rock a crop top. Not that you would really see that far now most of the time anyway. But, who knows? In honor of the Raging Cajun himself. Why not? Crap top. See what I'm talking about? I'm just fucking say dumb shit sometimes. Oh shit, I just looked it up and there's official comic recaps and motion comic stuff of After Atla and After Korra on the official Atla channel. Might look into it soon. Hell yeah, man. Oh, yeah, I addressed that one already. I think I read that comment before I even talked about it. You're like my dad in a way. He always takes naps after work. He's a mechanic. I mean, that's understandable, man. That's a very physically taxing job in and of itself. I just, my time management, and it's not even like 100% my fault, I would say. There's a lot of it that's my fault. But when you have something you have to wake up at 3 in the morning for, or whatever, given the show or whatever, because sometimes something comes out at midnight, sometimes something comes out at 3 in the morning, sometimes your Paramount doesn't come out until bumfuck sometime in the next day. If you missed it on live television, fuck you, Chucky. It can be very rough keeping up with everything. So a lot of the times I just kind of power nap after dinner and then try to finish up what I can during the evening and then try to sleep as much as I can before and during work, if time allows. Because I still have to check on everything. I kind of hope that we have a very 70s style retro futuristic Galactus. Just kind of mod, but also weirdly kind of liminal, I guess. He's huge. There should be a lot of weird in-between empty spaces. I like that idea, and I also extremely agree. Where'd you get your hat? Talked about that. Straw hat. Jesus. I did get a new straw hat while I was at the convention too, from the official One Piece Cafe that I didn't get to go to. It's actually, I mean, much like the Netflix one, it's still, I mean, it's actually bigger. It better fits my head than the Netflix one. But the only thing that I have to complain about is that the fucking strap is a string. But it is officially licensed, and it's not that nuclear orange, not orange, but that nuclear bright as fuck yellow one that I got from Hot Topic that was like $5. But I have a big ass head. It's really difficult finding one size fit all things that actually fit my dumbass head. But yeah, I got it from the Shark Robot stand at the convention. This one is not on the website, but the rest of the beanies are. However, they are limited stock, so if you want one, you might want to get them before they disappear. What's wild is that Fizz was grossed out by the blood as a kid, but then he ends up laying in a pool of his own blood because of Blitz. This is very true. That is very wicked and unfortunate as well. I'm already excited for what's to come, and I think JXK 3 will come out in 2027 at the earliest. Take that, Avengers Secret Wars and Dune Messiah. I don't know what we're getting at it there, but yeah. Answer that question. Echo's kind of like his own man now. No longer a Domino or a Dark Trooper. He left the batches. Very, very true. He's very much like, he's just kind of doing his own thing, you know? What are your thoughts on the new Superman suit? And also, did you see Brainiac in the background of the image? We don't know that that was Brainiac, man. It probably is. I think we are going to get a storyline about Brainiac, but let's be honest, we don't know what the fuck was going on in that background. For all we know, that was supercharged Pink Godzilla fighting something from space, because Godzilla is fighting Superman in the comics right now anyway. Yeah, the suit, I think it's okay. I need a better look at it. That pose is awful, unflattering, and I don't know. I think in practice it looks fine. It looks a little too thick. I don't know, something about it does look a little off, but I like the design. I think it's the material about it. So I don't know. Also, the bagginess, but that could also be something they fix in post or whatever. I don't know, but it's not bad. I just wish I wish we had him standing up, not sitting down, putting on his boots. Not that I have a problem with him putting on his boots like some people do. Guess what? He doesn't just snap his fingers and his boots appear on his feet. That's the dumbest bullshit take I've seen online, was that crap about, oh, it's like wimpy or whatever that he's putting on boots. He just doesn't walk around with 3 sets of shoes on all day long, people. Anyway, I saw some dumb takes about the suit, man. I think it's fine. I just want to see just a better watch of it. Better angle, pose, whatever. Is your watch list too stacked for Knuckles? Well, like I talked about last week, it will be. June is going to be fucking awful. We will still have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. By that point, we will probably be watching whatever is replacing Ted Lasso, which has not been decided yet. That poll goes up this week. My Adventures with Superman is back. House of the Dragon starts. The Acolyte starts. The Boys starts. So we got a lot of shit to do in the. My internet's I don't know what's been on. My upload has been fritzing the last couple of days, so I just had to restart the stream. Let's see. Am I excited for Star Wars The Acolyte? I'm skeptical about it. I'm cautiously optimistic about it. Let's just say that. I binged first 5 episodes of X-Men 97. Gonna watch 2 more soon, and then the 3-part finale on Wednesday. Pretty good show. Feel a little lack of caring for the cast since I didn't see the OG, but still, episode 5 hit all the same. Hell yeah, man. Dude, episode 5 is still insane. So last year we got Tales of the Jedi. This year we got Tales of the Empire. What would you like to see as the next Tales of next year? Personally, I want to see Tales of the Mandalorians. That's kind of what I was thinking as well, is Tales of the Mandalorians. I think that would be a fun little idea to dive into, especially considering, well, not next year, but not that far off, we'll be getting the movie as well. Omni, was that a lie? I bet you rewatch X-Files on your own despite having no reaction up for it. Well, I mean, I have tried to rewatch it, but I've still not made it out of season 1, and I started my rewatch of it a couple of months ago, and I still haven't got out of there yet. What's up, Killer? How you doing? Kind of watching you and Eurovision at the same time, which is slightly behind by half an hour. Yeah, that'll do it. Speaking of Dune and Fallout, the actor for Hank was Paul in the older movie. I found that out not that long ago. I did find that out not that long ago. That is kind of interesting. That's really interesting, actually. I've never seen the original either, because the new Dune movie was my first experience with that property. But I'd be very curious to go back and watch the original. About the fan animation, yeah, it's the song Goodbye Horses. It's a short one, so I don't know how that'll work copyright-wise, but even at your own time, I recommend it. Yeah, anything more than like 8 seconds, sometimes even that, because some of those companies are assholes. But anything over 10 seconds, like without being muted, YouTube will nuke that shit real quick. The Helliverse fandom pushes out some really sick art. Yes, they do. I met a lot of met a lot of big artists in the fan art community at Level Up Expo. Some of which have moved on to actually work on the show, which is awesome. And made friends with a couple of them and hung out, and it's cool, man. I got, because of them, because people knew who they were, and I was around them. They were just exchanging art left and right with people in the lines and stuff, and because I was just there, they didn't want to leave me out, so I got a bunch of free shit too. It's fucking, I've seen some amazing work from the Helliverse community. You're really funny. I hope you know that. Look forward to your live streams every weekend. Also, same. It's hard for me to find shows without scrolling for hours. Yeah, very, very, very much. Definitely. That's the thing for me too. Like, it's hard to decide on what to do. Honestly, the only thing I do watch outside of what I watch for the channel anymore is just YouTube. Like, I watch more reactions in my free time than I do anything new. I give Knuckles a 6 out of 10. That it's good moments and not so good moments. You deserve more, bro. You're so good at your job. I love your content and your channel. Thank you, Gail. I really, really do appreciate that. I tried so hard and got this far. Now my channel's coming up. I gotta be careful doing even that. You can't even like do that sometimes without getting a ding on YouTube, man. What's replacing Hell of a Boss Friday? I don't know. And it is Hell of a Friday. Ginger, get it right, you scrub. I tease, but I don't really know. I'm not sure. I was thinking about finally seeing what all the fuss is about this amazing digital circus, And again, like I talked about last week, just like looking at it roughly as a person who hasn't watched the actual content itself, it doesn't look appealing to me. So, but like it's a thing and people have recommended it and even other reactors have recommended it. So maybe I'll check that out next. It's just 2 episodes, so it's not a huge chore or anything like that. So I might do that next week. Dave Callahan is writing JXK3. He wrote Shang-Chi and wrote Across the Spider-Verse and Godzilla 2014, and those were pretty solid films, so people wonder if there's going to be a serious sequel. I mean, par for the course right now is unserious, so it would be an interesting change of pace to kind of go back to that 2014 kind of route. Crap, I'm dying. If you start your Knuckles reactions on Fridays replacing Helliva, you know I'm going to be seated day 1. You never know. You never know. Another thing I need to watch at some point, whether it's on the channel or not, I do want to watch Dead Boy Detectives, just for that extra Sandman lore. But I don't have high hopes for that show continuing. No, it is. I'm watching 2 things at the moment. It's hell of a Saturday today. Come on, guys. It's not, though. We're not hell-of-ing. Well, I am, but the theme is not. I'm glad there's going to be a new Batman show. It's hard to jump in with a huge backlog sometimes, so a new show is an easier way to finally watch a Batman show. Though I hear Batman the Animated Series was peak. I might be a little biased. I watched X-Men when it came out. I never finished it because I guess reruns and made it very impossible to keep up with, because there was a lot of stuff when I was going back through it again that I just straight up don't remember happening at all. I watched all of Spider-Man the Animated Series, but Batman the Animated Series was fucking amazing. I watched the shit out of that. I think, like, I saw Batman 89, but like that, it's really that show that really made me a Batman fan. Since you have Detroit Become Human, do you have plans on playing it? I do want to play it eventually. Like, many games in my backlog, my like 300 plus Steam games, where I've probably only beaten 15 of them. I do want to get around to it eventually. You did just say that. We just talked about that a little bit. Very excited for the Legend of Zelda movie coming soon. If it was animated, I'd be a lot more excited. Them wanting to do a grounded live-action Legend of Zelda, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm going to have to see it to figure that out. So, I don't know. We'll see. With the success of the Mario movie, I don't know why you wouldn't go animated with it. Because then, eventually, you could build up into a Super Smash Bros. Crossover. Can't really do that. Well, I mean, you could, but it'd be weird to blend it between mediums like that, but we'll see. Heyo, best Owlboy beanie. Very, very true. You need a hug, don't you? As well as you're happy. I try to be as happy as I can. I'm doing okay. Like, emotionally, I'm pretty content. I'm pretty fine. I'm pretty solid. Physically, not so much, but we're getting there. 2 hats are better than 1. What's up, Logan? How you doing? Gigantinormous. Cut the strings off. But I mean, strings are part of the thing. You're supposed to have the strings. Might cut the strings off of the Netflix one and put it on the official one. Except that would ruin it. The thing is about the Netflix one, it's not even the same quality as the one. It was an exclusive you could only get in a convention. I ended up buying it off of eBay. It's still not even an exact replica of the one in the show, which is annoying. Because that one looks like it would fit my head quite nicely. Don't insult your head. It's a nice head. Well, thank you. I can't remember if I ever asked this question before, but have you seen BoJack Horseman? Somebody asked that last week. I know that, or maybe that came up on Council of Creators Wednesday. I don't remember. But I've seen like part of an episode. I've never seen a single full episode of the show. When I did try to watch it, which I don't even remember when that was, it was a few years ago. I did try to watch it, and just something about it wasn't hitting with me, so I just didn't keep on going. The bigger the head, the better the brain. I don't know if that's always true. There could be a lot of hot air up there, or chimpanzees. Who knows? What's up, Sujis? How are you? Suji Dubs, do you dub? Howdy, howdy, welcome. Do you ever get parts of a show spoiled and then lose all motivation to watch it? Also, ever feel like you missed the era of a show so you won't ever see unless poll winner? Oh yeah, I feel like that all the time. Sometimes I'm just like, well, I missed the wave. I could watch it, but it would hurt the channel to do so. You know, there's a lot of these situations. Like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., honestly, let's be real. Like, if it wasn't for the Patreon people, if it wasn't for that poll, it probably wouldn't be getting watched right now. Cause its numbers actually do harm the channel. Same with Ted Lasso. As good as Ted Lasso was, had I been watching Ted Lasso though when it was coming out, it would be a completely different story. So that's when I'm just kind of like, I gotta really kind of watch. Like when we're playing this game, like you gotta hit things while they're hot or in their upswing. Like that's why I was like, maybe I'll start The Bear when the new season comes out or leading up to it, but I don't even know if I'm gonna have time or not, so I'm not sure how that's gonna go. I really want, there's a lot of shows I really want to see, but there's just also like, how do I choose, and is it going to be the right time? It's frustrating. Also just time. Time is the hardest part of it all. Find the time for everything. What's up, Renan? How many fingers can you measure for your forehead? What's a hairline? 4 fingers, I think. It's just these, like to my hairline, I think. Well, more like 3.5. Did I see the news about Shogun? I did. Quite the gamble, but they locked in Hiroyuki for season 2 if they do greenlight it. Question, if Has-Been or Helluva were to introduce, say, Cain and Abel, how would you like to see them utilized and act? Personally, I would like to see Cain as extremely old, guilt-ridden person. That would be interesting. Like, because they've been flipping the script on a lot of these biblical characters, especially Lucifer. Very, very, very different from pretty much every depiction. So to have Cain be remorseful in his old age, you know, having learned and changed and evolved, it'd be interesting if the script was flipped and Abel was just hot and ready for vengeance. Eventually, if we get far enough into it, I hope they include the Archangel Michael. Not to be biased or anything, because I share the name, but he is the one that led the army that cast Lucifer out. So that would be really interesting if they did tackle that element of the mythos. So, other than that, yeah, I think it'd be really interesting to dive into like Cain and Abel, especially since they would be, well, I mean, they would be somewhere around here, right? Green Lantern being in the movie and whatever that thing is probably means alien. More than likely. One piece, but 3 hats. Least funny thing I've ever said. Not true. You've said many a unfunny thing. Gotta go, Omni. Take care, bro. Have a great week. Thank you, good vibes. You do the same. My Adventures of Superman came back quick. I'm impressed. Yeah, it's the 25th, I think, of this month. It's the end of this month. I'm gonna be honest, the new Superman look is so photoshopped, I'm uninterested. I'm just kind of burned out with the overused CGI. I don't even know why they felt the need to do that with the background. It looked awful. Like, it was not a good promo shot. Anyone else's vids freeze up? Oh yeah, my for whatever reason, my stream died, so I had to restart it. To be fair, Superman itself is the most boring character for me, regardless of the suit. See, I used to think like that when I was a dumb child. Not saying you're a dumb child, or dumb at all, but like when I was a dumb kid, I was like, edgy Batman cool, Superman stupid, he's boring, what is he? He's too good, blah, 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 all the dumb shit. And the older I get, I understand now the appeal of Superman. He's become one of my favorite superheroes of all time, and I love the idea of it because it's all of those things that make him so interesting, and I almost find him more interesting than Batman anymore. Like, than most of the DC pantheon for that matter, outside of, I would say, Barry Allen and Wally, who have some really awesome storylines, but Clark, the dichotomy of Clark Kent and the Superman is something that maybe it's just the cynical nature of the world and how things have changed that I feel like he's just so needed right now. But yeah, I've completely 180'd on Superman from where I used to think to where I am today. Thought it was me, actually. It's Frozen. Hello there. Hello there! It's Morbin time. What's up, Sketch? Tales of Revan. Just having one character, though, would be a little off. How about Tales of the Old Republic? That would be wicked. Nightcrawler and Wolverine made a good fighting duo. Or just actual Tales of the Sith, not the Empire, and then you could do something like that. Nightcrawler and Wolverine make a good fighting duo. That they did, man. That they did. Din Djarin's backstory when he was younger, I would love to see that. More of him being saved at that battle and then inducted. You know, some of the stuff that we haven't seen with Din Djarin, I think would be really cool. Same with Bo, because we still never actually got to see what happened between her with Gideon, but we only ever heard about it. Or you could pick any number of Mandalorians. Hell, you could go back and do a thing about Tar Vizsla. That would be cool. Do you think a live-action Thundercats should be made? Fuck no. No. Well, I mean, it could. I don't know. Maybe. I would be worried about it looking like Cats, but with swords and action. But maybe. See, Sean's like, after watching the movie Cats, maybe not. The Virgin of Horror Films, David Gordon Green, and the Chad of horror films, Mike Flanagan. Dude, Mike Flanagan is one of my favorite directors, period. And David Gordon Green, man, I thought he did a really damn good job with that first Halloween movie. And apparently, because I think he did the, actually, ironically, based on that comment, what was that called? What was it called? Oh no, not even, no, never mind. I was thinking of the wrong franchise here. Because he just did, first, where are you at? Okay, never mind. I'm getting all kinds of things mixed up. Never mind. Forget what I said. But Mike Flanagan said he would like to direct an Exorcist film, I think, which would be kind of wild. What's up, Overworked? How you doing, man? I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good. Also, probably a little overworked. Yay, singing. Am I gonna react to the bear? Well, we kind of went on a few tangents about that. I'm not sure yet. What's up, Rob? How you doing? What are we doing? Just shooting the shit. Favorite Flash villain? Reverse Flash. Easy. I believe Marvel is returning to 2 movies a year, which it's 3 movies, no more than 3 movies, no more than 2 shows, is what Feige said. Which will be better for quality and also impact actor ages. Mackie is already in his 40s, and he's going to retire his shield in his 50s, I guess? Yeah, it's all out of whack. I just know this shirt. That's cool. Will you react to Addict from Hazbin Hotel? I do plan on it eventually. I do plan on it at some point getting around to finally watching that. I think Shark Robot has a few art posters of Hazbin and Hell of a Boss characters, either made by the animators, fans, or the cast themselves, specifically Brandon Rogers and that cursed Blitz drawing. Yeah. I have heard such tales. Blah! Trumpet! Ha! Hey, Omni, hope you're having an amazing day. Thank you, King Assassin. How are you? Hope you're also having a good day. I don't know if it's still there anymore. Let's see. Oh boy, someone mentioned the Zelda movie. Can't wait for that sweet disaster. I'm gonna hop off here. Hope you have a fantastic weekend, Omni, and everyone. Well, thank you, Kat. Feel free to come back anytime. Well, anytime that we're going to stream, which is every Saturday. Mess up words a lot too, and then I have to freeze and just process what I just said. Yeah, that's me like a lot of the time. Thank goodness for editing and redoing lines and stuff, because sometimes I flub up so much when I'm recording these videos and trying to get a thought out of my head. Is Westball directing Zelda, so think it's in very safe hands after seeing Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I still need to see. Wait, is that the new one, or I forget which one's which? I've only seen Rise and Dawn. What if someone had a huge brain, but it's super smooth? Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know how that would function. I'm not sure of the logistics on that one there. What's up, D. Cole? How are you doing? Really hope Bojack wins a poll eventually. That's a hard thing about these polls, man. Like with something like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it just really comes down to what wins, because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is fairly long, you know, with its 20-some episode seasons. I know not every season is 20-some episodes, but it's gonna be like at least another maybe 2 years of watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. before we will replace Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at this current rate. Smaller things like Ted Lasso, we kind of wrap up over the course of less than a year. Like it hasn't taken that long to get through Ted Lasso and Severance and Dark, all of those things. Well, Dark was my choice, actually. Dark, I decided to watch. I don't think it didn't win a poll. But Severance, you know, came after. That was just one season. That was easy. So it really just depends. Dude, if Supernatural gets voted, good God, we will be stuck with that monster for probably the lifetime of this channel. Then again, I shot my own foot by starting One Piece, so we'll see what happens. We'll see which one finishes first. It's 10:45 in the Netherlands. What time is it in the US? It is 4:54 p.m. currently. Would you ever consider putting Transformers Prime on the poll list? If not, totally understand. I don't know if it's on there, but I can throw it on there. There's like 100. There's over 100 shows on the list currently. What color would my hero costume be? Probably red, some tinge of black. Kind of like the Deadpool colors, but the suit would be, who knows? Or white and black, I don't know. I've seen Interview with the Vampire, the movie or the show. I've seen the movie, I have not seen the show. What do you think we would see on Eve and Hazbin, whatever happens to her? Well, I mean, I'm not gonna go into specifics, but Viv said a really interesting comment, because I saw the clip, about Charlie's I'm not gonna say that, because just in case. Something to do about Lucifer and Lilith that challenges what we currently know about Lucifer and Lilith by actively dodging a question that seems like it should be obvious, but said, I can't answer that. So, what the fuck? Anyway, if you don't know the comment I'm talking about, that might sound extremely confusing, but yeah, I just don't want to put that out into the world if you're not already aware of it. Also, my favorite line from Peter Cullen as Optimus ever in it. Interesting. Might have, I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not a huge Transformers guy, if it's not Beast Wars. I'd love to see Eve and Has-Been. I think we will eventually. I do think we will. What do you think will happen in Has-Been Hotel in Helva? I mean, I don't know, man. That's a big question. That is a big old question. Helva, we know that people are going to be reprimanded from the sins in the Croatia. We're having a meeting to be like, hey, fuck you guys. Which is probably has to do with Stolas' breach of his status and neglect of his duties, on top of Asmodeus, you know, falling in love with an imp and stuff like that. We're probably going to see some consequences to that, like Mammon alluded to at the end of 7. But aside from that, I think we're going to see Blitz finally fighting for his relationships. That's all I hope. As for Has-Been Hotel, I know the next season is meant to focus on the V's, so we'll be getting, I assume, more of Alistair and Vox's backstory. But I imagine we're gonna learn a little bit why Lilith was in heaven, a little bit more of that backstory. I think eventually we will dip into Eve, but it's at least confirmed that I don't think in season 2 we're gonna get too many answers about Lilith. Because I think Viv described Lilith and that mystery as being a slow burn thing that unfolds over the course of the next couple of seasons. So I think we're only going to get a part of the puzzle in season 2, and season 3 might give us a little bit more, from what I've heard. I agree the animation for both Amazing Digital Circus and Murder Drones was a bit of a turn-off for me at first, since I'm not the biggest CGI fan, but the story is so worth it. I've heard that, so I might try to give it a go. I feel like I should stop drowning you in so many compliments, but I can't. You're amazing. Oh, thank you, Nighthoof. I really do appreciate it. Sometimes it doesn't hurt to hear some praise. Hope Blitz becomes more open with Stolas, and I need this guy to realize that Stolas is actually in love with him. Same, freaking same. Just rewatched Arcane, and I can't wait for season 2. Need more Jinx. I can't wait for season 2, considering we ended with that fucking missile knocking at their goddamn window. What a cliffhanger, man. What a place to end. I can't wait. Also, we're getting Warwick, man, and I'm excited. That means nothing to anybody that hasn't played the game. But we're getting Warwick, and based on that teaser, some things may have happened. We'll see. If there's our first Sonic 3 trailer releases this coming week in time for If, Paramount's gonna make me one happy camper, unlike the Mufasa Lion King trailer 2 weeks ago. I watched that, man, and I cannot care. I just can't care at all. Are you excited to see Superman Lois back? Of course, it's gonna be very bittersweet. I love that show to death. I love them as those characters. I'm gonna be sad to see them go. I would be happy that they are back though, at least for the short time they are back. Most underrated DC character. Probably Mr. Terrific. Super underrated. Which is awesome that we'll be seeing him in the big screen here soon. Because he's in Superman Legacy, so it'll be interesting to see how they depict him. You know, they did all right on Arrow with him, but yeah. Did you see the first images of the Batman Cape Crusader? It will come out August 1st. I did see those. It's kind of sad that we never got a sequel to Roger Rabbit due to Disney's intense dislike of Jessica Rabbit. But also, Zemeckis wanted to digitally bring Hoskins back to life, so that's a plus for me at least. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't like that whole idea. But I would have loved to have seen a sequel to Roger Rabbit. I love that movie. I think it'd also be cool if Kane's whole mission is just to make sure his brother is in paradise. Like, imagine Angel makes a joke about Abel and Kane just grabs him by the throat, looks him dead in the eyes and says, "Take that back." He's so cool and so chilling, you know. I mean, that'd really be an interesting dichotomy, man. I am but a soldier, Megatron, and you are but a prisoner of your own twisted delusions. Not a bad line. I'd love to hear from his sexy-ass voice, but I'd have to watch it to do that. Never understand this obsession with bringing the dead back to life with CGI. De-aging I can get, but not bringing back the dead. Never accept the BS of the family agreement. They just want money. It's a sticky situation, man. Have ever watched Gravity Falls? I have not. It is on that is one of the shows that is on the list, though. I'll give you that. But I have not seen it at all. Exorcist Believer? How about Exorcist Believer? Can you do a video series on creating videos like yours? Like how-tos? Hasn't come up. I mean, it's not difficult. The problem about it is, well, making the videos isn't the hard part. It's the time, and making them copyright proof is the trick. That's the gymnastics. The process and the editing part isn't that hard, other than knowing what to keep and what not to keep. And really that just comes down to what's important to you. It's hard to get into it, but the hardest thing is like the time sink that it goes into it, about breaking down something that's anywhere from 20 minutes long to 3 hours long into something bite-sized on YouTube it can be rough, man. If you ask me, I'd say Believer is almost the worst Exorcist movie, on par with the Heretic sequel. I've never sat through the entire Exorcist. I'll say that out loud. But yeah, I've heard mixed things about the sequels. I heard Exorcist 3 is actually okay, but I've never actually seen any of them. People decided to draw the new suit and it looks good, but that's also the problem most needs to understand, is that something good on paper doesn't always translate well to on screen. Hey, it is also very much so possible. It's also possible that, like with Anthony Mackie's real suit, his practical suit, they're going to use CGI to enhance it in post-production, because his suit doesn't look like that when they're filming. Also, it's just as baggy, just as loose-fitting, just as awkward, but they fix it in post, so which is still a sticky situation to begin with, but who knows? We'll see when the movie comes out. Happens a lot when I'm trying to talk to my teachers and I stutter, say something that makes no sense, and it's embarrassing. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. I get you there. What's up, Brain of Jen? Just popping in to say hey, can't stay. Have a good week. All catch the Northern Lights if you can. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend, Jen. All the same. Bought a wooden whistle, but it wouldn't whistle. So I bought a steel whistle, but it still wouldn't whistle. So I bought a lead whistle, but it still wouldn't let me whistle. What the fuck did I just read, Rebecca? Jesus, that is some cheesy ass shit, and I love it though. Have you heard of the disaster with the fan-made Hazbin Hotel merch? Yeah, I've heard A24 started like cease and desisting Etsy shops that were selling artist merch. However, there's a bit of a problem, I think, there as well, because Etsy is riddled with counterfeit shops selling stolen merch. Like, I ran into that with Omn1. I didn't know it at the time, but there was a store that immediately shut its doors and disappeared after I had tried to order a shirt. I was like, oh, that's cool. But then they just up and disappeared completely. And their store was shut down. The user that was running the store was doing this other stuff. So, you know, if that caught wind of everywhere, because it became quite the problem, apparently. Apparently it's riddled with shit like that. So I don't know if this is an overcorrection. I don't know, but I've heard that they've been striking actual artists' stores, which is insane to me, because that's such an integral part of the community organism surrounding this universe, man. 9 out of 10, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Hell yeah, man. P1, the suit just looks ugly from a design perspective. Like, it wants a modern color, the trunks, the KC logo. But it's too simple, but it's over-designed just to be either color or trunks. Yeah. With the logo going for all three makes it look busy, not appealing in the way it looks off in the way. Also, I get the idea of mundane human things, but the background doesn't match the small human action that it's trying to convey. It's just a messy reveal at the end of the day. Hey Omni, guess what? I went to the dollar store with my mom and got a USB light-up light that could change any colors. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Do I script my videos, and are they just free-flowing dialogue? Oh, I don't script shit. I mean, my opening, I just kind of have like a set way I open a video, like, hey guys, welcome back. Hey guys, Omni here, welcome back, blah, blah, blah. Here's what we're reacting to today. Everything after that, and everything between that to my Patreon spiel is just me word vomiting out of my mouth. I don't script a damn thing outside of that, and my sign off. And then everything in between is just off the top of my head. Yeah, I don't script really anything. The only thing I know about this game was that the first time we got a game of it was that I played the first time with a group of friends. The first game that I had was a blast with so far. That was gibberish. That was a very, I don't know if I read that wrong or had a brain fart or the only I know, yeah, okay, it's not me. Yeah, there was a little bit of gibberish in that statement. I think I know what you meant though. In the novel for JXK, when Kong met Shimo for the first time, he felt bad for her immediately. He showed empathy, and that's why Shimo's loyal and stayed with Kong, trying to free her from Scar. Aw, that's cool. I kind of got that vibe in the movie itself, but still. I've seen peaks of leaked animatics from Hell of a Boss Season 2 episodes 10 and 12, and I can't wait for the rest of the episodes. Yeah, I've been staying away from all of that, so no worry there. I refuse to look at any of that. Did you see that Critical Role launched their own streaming site? Legend of Vox Machina Season 3 in the fall. Wait, did we get an announcement that Season 3 is coming? I did hear about them opening the doors, but unlike the whole Watcher debacle, they're not taking anything away that is already readily available. This is just in addition to everything else if you want to support them further. So, which is the right way to go about it. But yeah, so did we get confirmation that Legend of Vox Machina Season 3 is coming out this fall? Along with that, I missed that statement if that was thrown into the mix. Hello from Poland. Hope you have a nice weekend. Thank you. Any plans? Just watching stuff. Tomorrow I gotta watch this week's episode of Ted Lasso. I gotta edit the movie reaction for Monday. Tonight, I need to edit Doctor Who and then watch a new movie to get that prepped. I still need to watch this week's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I haven't done that yet. So I've got a bunch of stuff I need to watch to prep for the week. But yeah, other than that, try to sleep. The Flash versus Quicksilver versus A-Train. Well, the Flash, if we're talking like a race, the Flash absolutely will lap both of them end on end without any effort. The Flash is like insanely faster than both of them. Like even Quicksilver with an Infinity Stone is still slower than the Flash base level most of the time. I want more Adam Dickmaster. I hope Adam does find a way to come back, even if there is like a even if they have set themselves up for that to, if he does come back, break the rules they've established so far. But I would like to see him again because he's a wild character. I would love the irony of him being reborn in hell while Pinchas is reborn in heaven. Some Lamau don't want to come off as weird. No, not weird at all. The games was actually accurate. There are now, what, 5 League of Legends games? Is there 5? I only know of 2. Well, the main game, and then, what is it, right? I don't have it on my phone anymore. There's the handheld one, the mobile the League game. It was like something Riot or something or whatever. I don't know. But the other ones I'm not too sure about. Did you know Superman Lois is going to feature one of the Flash characters that is Harrison Wells? That is not true. That is speculation. As far as I know, at the time of this video, that has not been recorded, or that has not been confirmed. All we know is that Tom Cavanaugh is playing a character in the show and is also directing an episode. We don't know that he's Harrison Wells. We do know that doppelgangers exist, so it is possible, but he can't be if that is the case, if he's anything other than Timeless Wells, it breaks the canon that has been established in the greater Arrowverse, because there are no variants of Harrison Wells in the multiverse anymore. They all became Timeless Wells. So, if he's Harrison Wells, it can only be Timeless Wells. And then, why introduce him into this universe that has been isolated by itself in the final season? I don't know. We'll see. Daredevil versus Nightwing. I would want to say Nightwing, but I'd probably put money on Daredevil if I had to. Nightwing is definitely my favorite of the two, but I feel like Daredevil might win. I don't know. And also, second that, Ginger, Jessica Rabbit. Dude, that cartoon did some shit when I was a kid, man. That sounded weird. Anyway, there's another Lion King thing. Is it live action again? In quotes, yes. It's the prequel. It's about Mufasa and how he's an orphan who gets taken in by this pride, and he's not actually Scar's brother, but then leads up to becoming king anyway, and the falling out between him and his adopted brother, blah, blah, blah. But they did actually have, from the little teaser I did see, they did try to make it look like the animals can emote a little bit, at least. Do you think we're heading for a bubble burst in video games with all that's going on in them? Monopolies, layoffs, releasing unfinished products, scams on the rise. Dude, the video game industry is in a fucking mess right now, save for a few bastions that are still holding their integrity together, and there's not that many of them. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's getting very bleak in the gaming industry, man. I'm not sure you're aware, but Tyler Hoechlin, sorry for the misspelling of the English dub of Sephiroth in Final Fantasy Remake and Rebirth. I do know that. I talk about that quite a few times, actually. Even in Superman Lois, I brought that up. But yeah, I'm very aware of it. I'm looking forward to the next 6 episodes of Hell of a Boss. Isn't it 5? Isn't there only 5 episodes left in the season? Either way, same. No! Cue Darth Vader right there. Mufasa's backstory. Gravity Falls and Owl House are must-watches. Owl House is definitely one I do want to watch eventually. Fellow Boss and Has Been had a crossover, which characters would get along and which ones wouldn't. Oof. I feel like Millie and Moxie would have no issues getting along with most of the Has Been cast. But Blitz, I don't think would get along with, I don't know. I don't think Blitz and... What am I trying to say? My brain just turned off for a second. I don't know if, like, yeah, I don't know. Jeez, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if any of them wouldn't get along. It would be funny if Luna didn't like Huss because he's a cat and she's a hellhound. That would be kind of funny. But I don't really know. I really don't think any of them wouldn't get along, if that makes sense. So I don't know. Cheap answer to your question. Ginger, would you date Jessica Rabbit? Dude, if she wasn't married to Roger, hell yeah. Very true. We need a Mufasa backstory. As it stands, Simba and Nala are brother and sister. I mean, that's just nature, man. That's how lion prides work, unfortunately. I hope Tyler H finds more success after Superman and Lois, and that he continues to find roles where he plays a dad. Like, he's only mid-30s, but he does a great dad impression. Very, very true. To get to my point of the action not matching the background image, if the Batman had promo photo of Bruce in his suit taking a dump while behind him Gotham is literally a body bridge, just kind of feels off. No, I get what you mean. That Kermit laugh. What's up, Shreemia? Welcome, welcome. I'm glad I found your channel, and I love your unbiased voice on topics and the care that you put into your videos. Oh, thank you so much. Welcome. I don't think I've seen you in here before, but we try to do this every weekend, every Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern time. Just kind of shoot the shit. Nothing, no set topics, no nothing. Just you guys and me reading the chat, and whatever happens, happens. It can be a little weird sometimes, but we have fun. We have fun here. But I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm glad you made it to the channel, and thank you so much for the compliment. I try my best to not, obviously there's some stances I will put my foot down on, and usually that is when it crosses the line into bashing or degrading or harming other people. I'm usually pretty open-minded and respectful of many different opinions, or at least try to be, but there are some things I firmly will not tolerate, I'll say. Other than that, I try to just come at it clean and let the art speak for itself, and I will give you my thoughts. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. I'm glad you guys put up with me. That noise you made. I don't even remember what noise I made at this point. Have you read the 2 canon Has-Been Hotel comics? One is focused on Alistair and the other is about Angel. Now I met Charlie and Baggy. I have read the Angel one. I haven't read the Alistair one yet. I'm excited for the new Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy on Disney+. I thought the trailer was very intriguing, and I don't really like Lego content. But I did watch the Lego Christmas special. Maybe I'll watch this. I don't know. How was my week? It was pretty solid. Not a lot of sleep. I had a cold for most of the week, but finally coming out of that, coming back from the con just a couple days after, I just started to feeling just icky. Lasted for like the last week or whatever, so like it's been all right. Other than that and the sleep, the week's not been bad. A scripted Omni-Man wouldn't be as funny. Very true. Good news, Vox Machina is coming back in the fall. And the Lord of the Rings show. Hell yeah. I was actually just thinking about the other day that we have not heard anything about Rings of the Power in forever. But yeah, Vox Machina returning brings me absolute joy. Dude, Amazon is out here killing it, man, with their choice in these shows. 19 songs into Eurovision, and it's still bonkers as always. Hell yeah. My ideal reveal should have been him putting on his boots while Lois kissed him goodbye from behind in the background of an out-of-control spacecraft. I mean, that would have been cool. Yeah, Vox Season 3 confirmed. I know the season was confirmed, but the release date, as in, thank you, I just needed to read more. Confirmed for autumn 2024. And that's earlier than the usual release schedule, so that's kind of surprising. I'm excited. Autumn, fall, it's the same thing. Silly America. Hey, at least we speak real English. I have facts to back that up. So, anyway. Let's see. Legend of Vox Machina Travis said fall 24 on the Cursed Bird site. Oh, the Cursed Bird site. It took me a second to know what you meant there. But not an official release date. Either way, I love having a rough idea where it's going to come. When it's going to come out. I'm not holding out any hope for any last-minute Arrowverse connection to Superman and Lois. Most likely, they'll just make a comment about how the Arrowverse bad. I bet $20 on it. I'm gonna cry. What color are your eyes? Can't really tell. Sometimes they're gray. Most of the time, they're blue. It's weird to me sometimes how eyes can just shift sometimes like that. Once Nightwing finds out his superpowers and sensitive hearing, it's over. Also, very true. He is locked and loaded with a bunch of psionic weapons. just in his regular kit. Never mind, Nightwing would beat his ass. Lawmain, Wild Rift, that's the one. Why did I say like Riot, whatever the fuck? Well, I mean, Riot makes the thing, but I thought it was something, I thought it was like Wild Riot. Wild Rift. Legends of Runeterra. Oh, right, the TCG, I forgot about that. Ruined King. What's that? I haven't heard of that one. At least Riot counts TFT as its own. TFT, what the fuck is TFT? I don't know what TFT is. Sorry that wasn't in the other live stream. It wasn't helping Fran. It's all good, all good, all good, all good. Okay, that sounded weird. I don't think anything sounded weird so far. Do you play console games? I do. I do all the time. I prefer to play on PC if I have the option, but you know, exclusives exist, and I'm currently playing trying to find time to play. I have not been able to go on my date with Tifa yet because of all this shit going on the channel, man. Been trying to play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but I've been struggling to find time to do that. But yeah, I've got a Switch, got a PS5. You know, having a gaming PC eliminates any need for an Xbox. So all that stuff, if I wanted to play it, I just have it on PC anyway. I have more games than I have time to play anymore. It sucks. Do you like the castings for Fantastic Four? Yeah, man. There has not been a casting that they've announced that I dislike. I just need to see them all in practice. Hope Daredevil Born Again. We get the DD logo. Just give me the big D. Give me that double D. I can do with or without the logo, to be honest, on the suit. I'm excited to play the new game Funko Fusion. I don't know. It depends on how it plays and how it goes, but if it's anything like the Lego games, I probably won't have much interest in it. Actually, in real life, male lions, when they reach maturity, leave the pride for that reason. Well, that's something I did not know. Iron Man versus Reed Richards. If we're like in a fight or like a think off, Reed is smarter. Love that Doctor Who is back. Likewise. Doctor. Season 11 made me give up on Doctor Who. From what I heard, Season 12 retroactively ruined all of Doctor Who. So not really hopeful for Season 13. We're on Season 14, by the way. But it just means you didn't watch Season 13, I guess is what you meant. Yeah, it depends on where they go with it. I don't like it, but it all depends on how things go. There have been allusions to it all the way back to Classic Who about this twist. One of the twists. It's been there all along, but I don't know. It just all depends on how they utilize it. But Season 14 is really good. Jodie's last special was also really good. The specials leading up to Season 14 were really good. But yeah, I don't know. I had about 15 minutes of black at the end of episode 2 of Doctor Who. What the fuck? Oh, did I accidentally leave an element in somewhere in the end? I guess I'll have to trim that out after this. Thank you for letting me know, and so I don't forget, I'm gonna write that down. Where's my stickies? Yeah, where are my stickies? Here. There we go. Appreciate that, bad friend Berto. You bald Doctor Who. Are we actually getting Vox Season 3 early this fall? Where's the source? Well, apparently Travis himself. He doesn't like Lego content. My tiny plastic soul. I apologize. Wonder Woman versus Captain Marvel. I don't really know the full extent of either. I don't know. I want to say Wonder Woman, but I really don't know. Present thy facts, governor. Just Google it. Anyway, there's a whole like etymology breakdown about how the English language in the UK shifted because of literal, like, what is it? Like, there was this idea, I forget what they called it, but there was this revolution back like, what, 200 years ago, something like that, where there was this idea that it sounds better to change the phonetic way anything is said because of some, I don't know, I don't remember the exact details of it, but because of where we were colonialized before that change happened, our version of English is technically more authentic than the version that is spoken in the UK today, because we didn't get that, we didn't receive that that firmware update telling us to change everything to be posh. Not posh, that's not the right word, but there was like a I don't remember exactly the details about it, but there was this whole like research paper from multiple sources that talked about this, about all of that. I mean, if you just look at words, you guys don't say things the way it's spelled. Like, it's as simple as that. Like, you can just do that if you want to play that game. Like, phonetically, you guys should be spelling everything different. I'm not saying like, then I mean, not saying that we're like pristine as hell, because hell, I'm from West Virginia. The southern belt of this country has created its own language by most accounts, but yeah. Well, technically, if you go to Maryland, it's not wash, it's warsh. There's somehow an R found its way into the word. So like, it's not uncommon, but yeah, anyway. Your abandonment help us, what is it? They said basically the imperial abandonment of America helped preserve the original British language. Because there was like a movement to purposefully mispronounce words for whatever reason. I forget the reason, but now it's just how most people talk. Anyway, whole tangent aside, to just roast my root UK folk. I love you guys, by the way. But it is funny to me. It is funny. So we upgraded. It's more or less you got a firmware update that made things worse, and we chose not to receive said update. It's like the next gen update for Fallout where it broke everything. That's what actually crumbled the Empire. No, I'm just fucking joking, Jesus. Oh my god. I hope you step on a Lego. Not happening. There's not a Lego in sight. Ooh, sight for me at all. Anywhere near here, so I'm good. Love blue eyes, by the way. I like a mini of color eyes. I just watched your Doctor Who video. How's it going? It's going quite well. Still need to review the edit for the other one to help. Yeah, I recorded and edited episode 1 myself, and then I sent episode 2 to Prepper to see if they could help me catch up on that. Let's see. But yeah, all things aside, let's go. It's all good. Adam would definitely be friends with Mammon. Or they wouldn't, because he probably would annoy himself. Adam is one of those guys who's so in love with himself, but if he saw himself in someone else, he would be annoyed with it. I think him and Mammon would, despite being very similar personality-wise, would end up butting heads because they don't like themselves in someone else. Thinking about it, I'd love a Stolas and Angel friendship. Aw, that would be adorable. Yes, that would be sweet. Green Arrow, I was gonna say Arrowverse versus Hawkeye. That would be a thunderstomp. Green Arrow versus Hawkeye. I would want to go with Green Arrow, but I don't remember. Death Battle did a whole breakdown on that, and whatever they said, I side with. I don't remember who won that fight, but whatever. It's so close, it doesn't really matter for me. For some unknown reason, I started playing Fallout 2 mod that implements Fallout 1. Well, that's interesting. Having fun? Villain 4, Venom 3 just got teased. I'm not surprised Kraven the Hunter got delayed once again. Who was the villain that they teased? Favorite genre for movies and TV shows? Probably comic book shit, or just science fiction. Yeah, I think that's probably more apt. Also like fantasy a lot as well. I got about... Okay, I did read that already. The way you said stickies. Out of context, Omni. Where's my stickies? I don't remember even how I said it. But there's another one for you, another read. Not a prob. Love the channel. Thank you, bad friend. Today, you were a good friend. A mistake? Proof that he is human. Oh, dude. There's so many of those everywhere, man. Did you know that Godzilla Minus One is the most pirated film in the world so far? Just this year or ever? Am I excited to see Peacemaker Season 2? Hell yeah, I am. I did see that Frank Grillo will be reprising his role from, what's it called? What's that fucking show called? It's in Monster Squad. What is it? Why am I blanking on that show's name? Creature Commandos. He's playing Rick's father. He's gonna show up as Rick Flag Sr. in Season 2 of Peacemaker. Which will be interesting, because it also means that some events from the DCU are in fact carrying over and staying the same. I'm at right now, and I'm just waiting for the US DVD date. I really want to watch it again, but it's only on Prime in Japan. Get that VPN. Wish they made more big theater Lego movies, though I like Lego Batman. I did actually like the first Lego movie, and I did like Lego Batman a lot. You heard that they are rebooting Pirates of the Caribbean? They've been rebooting it for like the last 6 years, so new news is not new news, technically. For me, Season 3 of Superman and Lois is still a bad watch. I still agree that the cancer story was handled better than Thor 5, but again, it's a miserable story that even the show's fans are divided on. Because it's miserable? It's bad? That's dumb. That's immature as all hell. There's opinions, but I think that's a bad take. I mean, Season 1's still my favorite season, but I think that's some immature thinking that if that's the case. Furious Googling ensues. I mean, believe it or not, last month I watched Star Wars for the first time, and it was awesome. Return of the Jedi was amazing, and Revenge of the Sith was great as well. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Welcome to the fold. Welcome to the Force. Revenge of the Sith is probably my personal favorite. Growing up as a kid, it was Return of the Jedi, but eventually it became Revenge of the Sith. But love it, love it, love it. So we upgraded. See, I was reading your comments in real time. Wasn't compatible with your outdated hardware. Hey, sometimes it's that outdated hardware that keeps you from getting that dumbass bug that fucks you over. Hey, it's okay. You didn't get the Endless Freedom update that created a culture around everybody who's just fighting over everything because they're like, freedom! And don't even really know what that means anymore. Oh my god, anyway. I don't know if that necessarily equated to what I think that came across. But yeah, I don't know. We got a whole other update that's fucking everything else up. Google. Yes. At least the rest of the world didn't get that Valley Girl update. Oh god. Hey, that didn't even make it through our entire country. So don't blame all of us for the Valley Girl stuff. I've not heard a single person talk like that, at least outside of media, thankfully. Have I watched Snyder's slow-mo farming in Rebel 2? No, I have not. I heard about it though. I actually watched the Star Wars movies in chronological order since my friend made me watch them, told me it's the best order. I disagree. Release order is the best order in my opinion, but it still works. Turns out that's not a common consensus, at least from what I saw. Favorite anime currently? Still Naruto. Still Naruto. That's still my favorite anime. Now, favorite and best are very different categories, but Naruto will always have a soft spot in my heart. Love it to death. Love it, love it, love it to death. Yeah. Slasher, the green symbiote in the comics, one of Venom's kids. Hell yeah. I mean, they've definitely been flirting around with all of that. A Lego asteroid is going to crash through the house. Nah, it'll break on impact. I don't know the name of the villain for Venom, but it's green symbiote. Sorry, it's not helpful. I have much knowledge in the area. Don't worry, it looks like King Assassin's got you covered. That startled me. Heard Star Wars Rogue Squadron is back in development. Yes. It is supposedly still coming around the corner sometime. I'm sorry, Omni, I got the name wrong. It's Lasher, not Slasher. All good, close enough. Lasher would be interesting to dive into, but I don't know. They should have the whole child squad. You should watch the Beverly Hills Cops trilogy leading up to the 4th one. Yeah, I've never seen any of them, so that would definitely be a first. What's up, Dion? How are you doing? They should now make Tales of the Sith about a young Palpatine and a Sith Lord during the Old Republic, like Bane. I would not be against that. At least if they do go into Bane, he gets his entire teachings, for the most part, or at least a vast majority of them from, at least in the Legends, a holocron left behind from Revan as hit through during his time as a Sith. There's a 4th Beverly Hills Cop movie, and it's gonna be a Bad Boys 4. Yes, I can't wait for Bad Boys 4. Can't wait for that. And of course, hi Omni, before I forget to write that. What's up, Nickcraft? All good, all good. Welcome, welcome. Creature Commandos. I enjoyed Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Hell yeah. I really don't like anime, but I thought Godzilla's singular point was solid. See, I don't like that statement. I talk about this a lot. People that say they don't like anime. That just tells me you have not found an anime. I mean, you clearly... Anime is just like animation. It is not like its own genre. It's just a medium. You know, they are all different. That's like just saying you hate all animation. It's just as broad. You just haven't found one you like. You know, it'd be like saying I hate all live action or whatever. Like you just haven't found one you like. Well, you have. You have found one you like. Now find another one you like, and then another, and then another. Heart emoji. What's the real reaction to Rebel Moon 1 and 2, and it's the only version I'm gonna watch. I'm slowly losing all interest in watching any version of these movies, because I was holding out to watch the real versions when they come out until he said they're all real versions, but they're all alternate realities of the same universe, but with different timelines and stuff and blah, blah, blah. And now I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. Sorry, you could take the quotes off of that. At this point, I don't give a fuck. Patty Jenkins keeps reminding everyone that Wonder Woman 3 is not happening. Very true. It is definitely not happening. Like how Weasel is on the Creature Commandos. Looks like Frank Grillo is going to be in Peacemaker Season 2. I actually just talked about that. One more thing that I'm going to bounce. If you want to see their version of Cain and Abel I've been talking about, check out the SCP vids on them. There are some of the most interesting versions of the two. I might have to look into that. I'll take a peek if I have the time. People think the Sith and the Acolyte is Plagueis' master, which is Tenebris, which makes 0 sense. I mean, I don't know. It depends. I don't know what they're going to do with this man. if they do Tenebris, I don't know how you would. I don't know if timeline-wise that matches up. Obviously, we don't really necessarily. At least I don't know the longevity or the lifespan of the species that Plagueis actually was. I don't know how long they live, so it's very possible. But I don't know. I'm not going to bet money that we're going to see Plagueis or Tenebris or any of them. I think we'll just lay the groundwork for what comes later. I still think about Godzilla -1, how great of a masterpiece it was. Hell yeah. I'm on a full-on history deep dive now, by the way. Darn you and your interesting points. Shakes fists. You're welcome. Rebel Moon is really weird. More people are of the opinion the originals should be watched before the prequels. I'm planning on showing the movies to someone. I'm conflicted on what order, why the originals, in your opinion. Because I feel like the prequel trilogies are designed to play off with the knowledge that the original trilogy has already been in your mind. You know, so like the twists and turns, all of that about Vader and the lineage and Luke and all of that, I think those twists should be preserved in the way that they were intended to be revealed. That's the main thing. Because the Darth Vader twist is one of the most iconic twists ever, but if you watch it in chronological order, you already know that. Like, there's a lot of things that happen in the prequel trilogy that is because you know what happened in the original trilogy, that they were framed that way. It's the same reason why you could play the Kingdom Hearts franchise in chronological order, but playing 358 before Kingdom Hearts 2 is really fucking weird because it assumes you've already played Kingdom Hearts 2. Like, just release order, I think, is the best way to go. For a rewatch, for somebody who's already seen it, I think chronological is perfectly fine and acceptable. But for introducing someone who's never seen any of them, I will always go release order. Don't know why everyone is hating on The Acolyte, since it's not even out yet. Apparently, all of it has to do with the showrunner's politics, I guess. That's the only thing I've heard. After the new Superman suit reveal, people just started saying better than Arrowverse suits. Just started to trash the Arrowverse. Arrowverse made better suits than DC movies, especially The Flash. Yeah, I started seeing that same rhetoric as I started seeing that same rhetoric as well, and like you, I also highly disagree. People just like to hate on it. It's so fucking annoying. I drew a sketch design of you as a dragon. I want to see if you like it or want anything added. I'll send it to our channel, by the way. Sounds good. I'll check it out whenever I get a chance. I think watching the originals first lets you learn the info in a more interesting way. Agreed. So very, very agreed. Love the Acolyte trailer, and I'm looking forward to the show. Likewise. For your thoughts on the end of the Arrowverse. The Arrowverse is already over, so I've given my thoughts on that many, many times. Sad, but unfortunately, it kind of ran its course. By the reactions alone, Rebel Moon Part 1 is boring, and Part 2 is a little bit better, apart from the slow-mo farming, which was pointless. I love that, like, that's the sticking point right there, is the slow-mo farming. That's so funny. Dude, and there's supposed to be a Rebel Moon video game. I was talking about this on Council of Creators. If it actually comes out, like, if it doesn't have like a slow-mo mechanic, it's not faithful to the world. And it can't be a mechanic you can control. It has to be RNG, where random mundane-ass actions, just at any point during gameplay, everything will just slow down into slow-mo without any point at all. I'm gonna open this door. Ooh, and then it's like, oh, I'm gonna take a dump. Oh, yeah, I don't know, man. It's fucking stupid. Do you think that we could see Adam coming back for season 2 of Hazbin Hotel, but as a health center and try to redeem himself? I mean, based on the rules that they established, he was killed with an angelic blade. He should not be able to reincarnate. So I want to see him reborn as a sinner because all of this is his fault. Everything that happened is his fault. It was all because of his own hubris and jealousy and anger that this all happened. The only reason there is an uprising is because he lied about an uprising because he just wanted to get revenge on the guy that stole his ladies. That's all it is. Everything that happened to him is his fault. So, like, it would be ironic and just for him to be reborn and trapped with those very same people and have to confront that. Redemption, I don't know if I would see it around him for a long time at least, but it would be interesting to see. But they established that he was killed with an angelic blade, that they don't respawn. But then you have the counter argument that maybe like a deed or something like that interferes, but is angelic steel and angelic energy different? Because Pinchas got obliterated by his angelic Kamehameha wave, but he still was reborn. It wasn't angelic steel, but it was the power of an angel, so I don't know. Who knows? It's possible, but they'd have to throw a line in there to explain it, I think. Seems like there's a possibility of a Shogun Season 2. It looks like it. Looks like we might be getting one. Anime is animation. Isn't hating stuff just because the new standard these days? Yeah, it is. Yeah, that seems to be the case, man. People are ready to hate something until it proves them wrong. Half the time, they just look for reasons to prove that their hate was even correct in the first place, even when they're lying about a thing. You see that all the time. People just making shit up about shows just because they don't want to be wrong, and they just want to be mad because being mad makes you money. People hating on something before it comes out, I'm so shocked. Can't wait for Deadpool and Wolverine, likewise. Remember the Heath Ledger treatment? A lot of people said he was going to be ass as Joker after the movie came out. The world agreed he was a good Joker, and every Joker after him is cursed to be compared to him. Yeah, and I was one of those people, and that was one of the times where I was like, okay, I'm definitely going to not do this anymore. I'll wait until I see a thing before I truly judge it. Now, there's been a case where I do still kind of fall into that trap, but I was one of those people like, dude, this fucking pretty boy from Knight's Tale is going to be the Joker? Then that teaser came out with the laugh, and I was like, oh god, that actually gave me shivers. And then the first teaser, and then the trailer, and I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? And then it came out, and I'm like, holy shit. You know, yeah. We'll see. What's up, horse lover? Happy Saturday. Sorry I'm late to the party. Ha! Love the shirt and the beanie. Thank you. How are you enjoying season 2 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. so far? I'm really, really enjoying it. I can't wait to dive into the next episode. I said it before. We're right about where I stopped watching, so I'm excited to finally get to the last thing I remember. Those are great points, actually. I was more thinking of it in the way that Anakin Skywalker turns to the dark side as a big twist, which, in my opinion, can be great too. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that one's as big of a twist as it seems in hindsight. But that's just me. I've lived with it in the original trilogy way for so long, so who knows? Who knows? But I still, yeah. Anyway, still haven't watched Late Night with the Devil. Me either. And basically, many people have seen the originals first. My experience was different, as I said, because I knew nothing and thought Anakin wouldn't turn, which made it all the more heartbreaking. For X-Men 97, if you go back and watch the episodes, pay attention to how they focus on character hands and how it's a metaphor for intimacy. I did kind of pick up on that as well. I feel like Mandalorian Season 4 is dead and buried. I thought they just walked that back and said it's back on. Again, I don't know. I don't know if that's been confirmed or anything like that, but yeah, I don't know. Well, we know that unredeemed sinners don't respawn when killed by angelic stuff, but there is nowhere they could go. Could it all just be a lie? Maybe the sinners that are slain by these blades or these things just wind up in heaven anyway? Is there some other pendulum unseen that makes this decision? Lots of questions. You make a good point. Makes me think of the creator of the gargoyles talking about how they use hair touching for gargoyles as a stand-in for kissing. Like, since in so many ways they didn't have human faces. That's a very good point, actually. Did they confirm a new Creed film is happening? I thought so. There's also a Creed anime that's supposedly still happening as well. I miss Rocky. I do miss Rocky, but I feel like Creed 2 sunset the character understandably. However, I don't like the way that this company has treated Stallone and handled everything after the fact. So it is in a very sticky place after that makes me feel a little gross. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not mad that we didn't see Rocky, but at least that Rocky should have been referenced more, I think, in Creed 3. Well, that's my emoji. It doesn't show up on here. No, you don't pay attention to hip-hop, but Kendrick Lamar and Drake are still beefing with each other. I've heard about this on end for the last, like, week and a half. I have no idea what's going on, except that they just are dissing each other left and right. I don't know. I love your cameos in the last Hell of a Boss episode reactions. Hell yeah. I got a Stolas one, but I was going to include it with Just Look My Way, but it doesn't really fit the mood of that video, so I'm holding that one in my pocket. So I haven't used that one yet. So I have one from Bryce, but that I haven't used. Hope season 4 of Mando isn't buried. It's all written. Yeah, they did fucking write it all. That sucked, but who knows? Rebel Moon character, I'ma kill you. Slow-mo begins. I want a Mando season 4. I do. I want the movie and 4. Let's see. I think I heard another Extraction movie with Chris Hemsworth is happening, but I could be wrong. I thought there was another one coming, but I haven't heard anything in a long time. That made me want to spit my drink out, Sean, about the Rebel Moon. Yeah. Hope so. Extraction was a perfect video game movie adaptation. I don't think there's an Extraction game, but still. I mean, it was just a great action movie. It was just really good. I think the first one's better than the second one, but they're both really good. But the correct watch order debate aside, I'm so obsessed with Star Wars right now. I have seen 1 through 6. Any Star Wars movies and show I should definitely watch. I want to keep being in the universe. Well, if you're staying in that pocket and you don't want to get too far away from it, and you're already doing chronological, dude, you have to watch Clone Wars. Like the Clone Wars animated series and Rebels. But Clone Wars, all the way up until the final season, then the Bad Batch, and then I would watch Rebels if you want to go order-wise. And then obviously got to follow up that with the Mandalorian. Well, let's go. Do you think Thor will be in Avengers 5? More than likely. Still mad that Netflix didn't decide to make a sequel to Bright. Still never watched that. I have really no interest in checking it out either. Can't X-Men 97? I can't. X-Men 97 is ending already. At least season 2, I think, is already in the bag, or at least close to being done, so I don't think we'll have to wait very long for the next bit of it. I feel much Arrowverse has the same reputation as High School Musical movies. Hear me on this. Both are franchises that internet classified as cheesy, cheap, and cringe bad. I mean, I kind of get that, but it's like, the Arrowverse is being represented by the later part of the Arrowverse, and every good bit of it is just being thrown out the door. Like, it's just like this retroactive undoing of the respect that the Arrowverse had for such a long time. It's so annoying. But for anyone who has seen those properties, they will point out the flaws quicker while also being able to give many goods. It just has a point that it can be argued the things that make them bad are also there. Its very strengths. Agreed. Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. We all just want more Grogu. Need to see that baby boy grow up. Yes, indeed. You doing a magic trick over there? Was I doing a magic trick? What's going on? It's okay, at least for X-Men 97, we get Deadpool and Wolverine soon. That's very true. Andor, I will always recommend Andor to everybody. Andor, also phenomenal. Oh, yeah. I mean, Rogue One. Watch Rogue One before you watch, well, you already watched it, but watch Rogue One. I'm surprised you watched it chronologically. Well, you didn't say. You said the original stuff, so I don't know if you watched Rogue One or not, because it goes right into the beginning of episode 4. Like, like, you can watch it, and it's like one straight movie into episode 4. I don't know how good what's going on here with the final season of Stranger Things. Good! Surprises, then. Thrawn and Abeloth teaming up coming? No. Abeloth is still on this planet, if it is in fact Abeloth, and Thrawn is back in a whole other galaxy right now. So I don't know how that would even work. I think Ahsoka and Sabine are deal with this, whatever this entity is. Meanwhile, the rest of the galaxy is going to deal with Thrawn. Wolverine might be okay. Logan is still an emotional movie, very much so. Is Jean? I think so. I think Jean is. How the heck is Sam Wilson supposed to take on the leader in Red Hulk? No idea, but we'll figure it out. Is it weird that I'm crushing on Jean and Rogue on X-Men 97? No. Not at all. Not at all. Star Wars timeline officially begins about 25,000 BBY, I think. I mean, technically, not sure how that matters. But yes, good little fun fact. I'm so excited to Stranger Things Season 5, likewise. Well, I actually haven't. Why did I miss that? It sounds cool, a movie before A New Hope. Like, it ends with the beginning of A New Hope. Like, it's actually really good. It's very different, but it's very good. Alright, James fighting Cable. Magneto is right, kinda. He was right the episode before, a little less right in the next one. Once the full moon episode is out, you should try to insert the Bryce cameo from Level Up into the reaction. I will probably try to do that. I'm holding out for it to be tonally correct, and I think that might, based on what we saw with the duet at the convention, might be a little more apt. Yeah, at this point, it would be weird if Dion wasn't thinking the way he was thinking. Also, can't wait for Reacher Season 3 as well. Rogue One's great. I like Rogue One. It's one of those movies that at first I was like, I didn't know how to feel about it, but it's one of those things that really grew on me over time. Reacher's gonna reach them all. Really, really hoping for X-Men v Avengers in X-Men 97. That would be wild. I just hope that this leads to an eventual Spider-Man the Animated Series revival. Can't wait for Logan next episode. Yes, indeed. I hope we get to see Ahsoka back in the main galaxy to help fight Thrawn. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Sounds like I've found my move for tonight. Rogue One sounds good. Give it a go. Let me know what you think next weekend. See Ahsoka Season 2 when? Yeah, I have no idea right now. I wouldn't expect it until 2025 or 2026, though, the way things are going at the moment. I mean, in the Mandoverse film, I don't think she'll be back by that point, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? We're just speculating out here. I like how Rebel Moon slow-mo, or not, still takes a lot of time to tell you what's going on. That's accurate. It's funny on how dumb it is. It can be cool in cool moments, but from what I've seen and heard, it just comes off so random. You think the writer's strike delayed everything? Well, the writer's strike on top of one of the lead actors passing away, I'm sure that had something to do with it. Do you think the new Star Wars show coming out in June will be any good? I'm hoping so. I thought the trailer looked really good. I'm cautiously optimistic. I think it'll be solid. I'm going to give it its fair shake. I will call out the problems when I see them. But I'm not one of those people that's going to hate it before I see it. So we'll wait and see what happens. But I'm hoping it's good. I always hope that they're good. But we'll see what happens. But guys, it is 6. We are going to wrap up. Thank you all for hopping in. Thank you guys for the super chats. Eric, I don't know if you're still here, but happy birthday yet again. And thank you all for another lovely little Saturday, little chill time, a little relaxation, a little fun conversation. And I'll see you guys I mean, as far as I know, I don't have anything next weekend, so we should have nothing impeding our schedule for until the weekend of June 7th, I think, is the next time I'm going to not have the stream. So that's plenty of time away from now. But anyway, guys, thank you all, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later.